Government witness. I have multiple different false arrests, and I've been getting terrorized, and I'm not quite sure is that considered a whistleblower?
Okay, let me see if there's an investigator available. One more.
Okay.
What's your name, by the way?
It's Kiana Clark.
What is it?
Kiana, Keyana.
Okay.
Clark, Clark. I had questions. No, people really don't like answering questions, but maybe the investigator can answer them. Can I have your name?
My name is Dylan.
Okay.
I'm an investigator with the Ethics Commission here.
Okay.
How can I help you?
Yes, I have been targeted since I've been here. I've had cars speed up like they're going to hit me and do numerous things, and I'm getting emails saying that my abuser's controlling the police department, and they've been stalking me, and I have video evidence of this, and I would like to do, and when I go in, they mistreat me, intimidate me, and will not take reports of the crimes being committed to me. I sent them death threats that I got email, and they won't send me to let me speak with an investigator. They have all domestic violence organizations keep me from getting fleeing abuse that they're enlisted in. They came to the Women's Center and had the Women's Center not give me any feedback. People won't give me feedback or anything to flee abuse that they're enlisted in. So all the locations that I frequent, I relocated here to flee abuse on my own because it happened in Texas. So I thought if I got further out, but it appears that my abuser is really powerful, whatever's going on, and he's having all these government officials in cahoots and co-conceal his crimes.
Okay, just one moment here as I'm trying to boot up my system.
Okay, no problem. What exactly is your system going to do?
It's just the system I use to record any complaints that we receive.
Oh, okay. Can I record too?
If you would like.
Okay. It's happening here too.
Yes. And you said that your abuser is involved with the Los Angeles Police Department?
Yes, I have an email saying that he's controlling them in other police departments that left me in his abuse. So what they did not, they did not key my report as domestic violence. And when I go make reports that cars are speeding up like they're going to hit me and all those different kind of reports of emails that I get and harassment, they cover for it and they'll leave the front desk. So I can't make a report. I've asked to speak with the victim's advocate probably like 7 or 8 times and left my number 5 times, and they keep telling me to come back. I've left my number 7 or 8 times. I think I've been there like 10 times, but this has happened at all police departments. Police departments, they would lie, and I'd walk around the police department and find the victim's advocate, and then victim's advocates would lie and say they had an emergency, or the police would interrupt me. At New Beginnings in Garland, I was assaulted and arrested and drugged out of the organization for attending the domestic violence support group in Garland, Texas. At Texas Women's Center, they took my freedom twice for trying to flee there in Fort Worth. And I've been given criminal trespasses in multiple different locations for trying to flee abuse, and I've compiled a lot of evidence on my YouTube channel. So, but here I'm concerned because my device is hacked. And when I'm railroaded to, my phone says that it's 911 actors. So in crisis situations, whoever I'm calling, I think my phone, I've heard that highly evolved identity thieves, and I've had identity theft, and they want to investigate that either, can hack a network. And then when they hack the network, they have you talk to con artists. So my emails that I'm getting is saying that they're actors, and they're never going to help me. And that's quite apparent because they don't. So what the actors do is it appears that they're actors, and I'm talking to con artists. They'll railroad me in crisis situations back to the police department, and they don't answer. So if a car speeds up like it's going to hit me, I can't report it. They'll railroad me to not do a report. I've already called because I tried to get a protection order, and I had to call 911 because my phone was intercepted calling domestic violence organizations, and it was forwarding all my calls to voicemail. It does this years, and I've tried to report it to other police departments. I can't fleece other women. They get on their phone. My devices are hacked. So I get on my phone, and the con artist route it to a voicemail. So calling numerous numbers, I can't get through. So I call 911 because I said I need to know how to get a protection order. The con artist railroaded me to come here. They claim they don't do protection orders here. And then the Central Patrol Police Department, they gave me 2 bogus addresses to get protection orders. So multiple different organizations won't tell me, the police won't tell me, and my device is glitched and I can't look it up to get a protection order. So I don't know. I'm new here.
Right, I understand. I'm trying to think for some information on that front because unfortunately my office is not involved with the police or anything. We handle things like campaign finance reform.
Oh, it says that government right here, because each building that I go in year after year, they all claim that they can't help, and a lot of them are pathologically lying. So it says that government ethics. What does that mean, government ethics?
So that's specifically things like financial conflict of interest. So say a politician has a private business that's taking money from a client or something like that.
Well, if you heard that, why would you let me go through this long spill and you said that you had to boot your computer up to take notes?
Well, I'm still just taking notes here to see if I have any suggestions for other agencies to
Okay.
talk to, and I just
Because a lot of people have wasted my time today. It's been, in fact, like a decade.
I understand that, and I'm really sorry that that's been happening. Have you been discussing any legal aid organizations?
No, I want to put people in prison. Conspiracy to violate rights is a felony, and for them to come to domestic violence organization and assault and arrest me, that needs a jail sentence, not a legal aid. And government officials that aid and abet these crimes need their charges too, because that's illegal. So for them to pathologically lie and railroad me all this time, they're aiding and abetting these serious crimes. Because taking someone's freedom 20 plus times, like what's happened to me, is considered kidnapping. And for those agencies that allow these police to be out of control like that, they're aiding and abetting those crimes, which I'm aware is a crime in itself. So forget legal aid. If we surpass legal aid, we need the FBI and someone to notify the FBI so these government officials can get their criminal charges, and the ones that choose to aid and abet this criminal activity in this domestic violence crisis. I'm seeking criminal charges on these police and the police here for aiding and abetting the car speeding up like they're going to hit me and other crimes. So I want to pursue criminal charges, and legal aid, I need to talk to a government agency that will put these people in prison where they need to be.
I understand. Okay.
Thank you for letting me record.
Certainly. You said that, which police departments have you gone to? Well, I guess which bureaus within the Los Angeles Police Department have you gone to?
I went to the headquarters, and the headquarters railroaded me to Central to get nothing done. Central, the LAPD headquarters wouldn't help, period. And they were dishonest and said they were a call, like something that you couldn't do reports there. They lied to me like that. They said it was like a customer service branch and you couldn't do police reports there.
Okay. Just because I'm not involved with the LAPD in any way, I'm not sure which branch or bureau that might be, so that's really quite curious.
Well, I was told by 911 and Central Patrol Police to come here and do a protection order. And then they gave me another bogus location prior. Mm-hmm. And, my situation is quite serious if cars are speeding up like they're going to hit me and I get terrorized on a day-to-day basis, and law enforcement is aiding and abetting it. I'm also blacklisted from shelter. So I go location to location trying to relocate to a safer environment, and they won't let me into the shelters. And I repeatedly see them on my toes stalking me. And I think they're behind why these organizations won't help me, and why I can't get into shelters.
I understand. Trying to think if I have any numbers or information for shelter assistance.
Well, what I need is placement, like for a victim's advocate, and I need for people to get their charges for aiding and abetting it. That's what I'm concerned about, because it's not going to stop. It hasn't stopped in all this time until people get the criminal charges they deserve for aiding and abetting the situation.
I understand.
So no legal aid. We need someone that is going to put police that tamper with evidence in prison. That's a felony upon. And aggravated, that's assault with a deadly weapon, to come at someone repeatedly like that with a car and I have it recorded. And aiding and abetting that I've been raped, and they covered for that. And they also have been covered for someone pulling a gun on me. A car sped up like it was going to hit a friend and actually hit my son, and they covered for all of that. My son actually was hit with a car. The injuries were minor. And they won't give release records because I'm making all these reports and they're tampering with evidence. They're trying to cover for the conceal the crimes. So like I said, I do all these reports and I can't get the records for them because they're just throwing my reports I perceive in the trash. But that's actually hitting family members with a car and then coming at a friend. It ended the friendship. She knew that while the car came at her, and I did too, but I didn't want her to know that the car came at her because of me. But she pretty much knew it because it ended our friendship.
So I understand that you're not comfortable talking to the LAPD. Have you?
I have talked to the LAPD. I'm not really being heard. They are tampering with evidence and need prison sentences. So I need to get them their charges for aiding and abetting these crimes that they're covering for. Because I actually had a child hit, and when I told the Texas Rangers, I can't think of not Texas Rangers, a marshal in Dallas off Chestnut, that my son was hit with a car, he was so narcissist that he laughed. And then they arrested me on bogus charges for reporting that my child was hit with a car. Please help me. At the time, I wasn't documenting with videos what I was experiencing. So they wanted a lot of emotional abuse for trying to flee abuse that they were enlisted in. So nonetheless, they arrested me for reporting it, and I've had numerous arrests for reporting abuse and with assaults. When I'm in jail, I'm mistreated. I don't go to court, and they put me in lockdown and deny privileges. I get terrorized in jail on bogus charges. It's horrible. I'm sorry. It's punishment, not like the average punishment for being in jail, but they are deliberately trying to terrorize me. Diane Hammer in Hill County was actually arrested for her abuse to me while I was in her jail. She was on the news. She was trying to shred my inmate forms. She showed that where they got caught in numerous lies and how they terrorized me in her jail. They put me in lockdown for getting threatened and rewarded the inmate that threatened me. They put me in restraints for trying to go to court. Yeah. Yes. Well, she was arrested, and she was the captain of the jail, as she needed to be arrested. But I don't know what happened with the other things. I heard that they replaced all her jail staff that was terrorizing too. So I don't know. Hopefully there's an active investigation going on now behind the scenes. But I want to, hurry up and get the show on the road because I'm still homeless and kept from services. And cars are still speeding up like they're going to hit me. So.
I understand. Based on what you provide, I'm not sure. I'm trying to come up with some referral options for other agencies, just because unfortunately we're not involved in anything.
What is it? What was the whistleblower? What is that? I can't find the brochure I had.
I can grab it. Our whistleblower office is related to misuses of position, governmental ethics, conflicts of interest, it's campaign finance reform, and
that's
lobbyists.
Government abuse of power and ethics issues. The police start abusing their power to not give me my records, do reports, taking my freedom, and the government being in the cahoots with their false arrests by not letting me go to court, and people on the news for terrorizing me in her jail. And then they're starting up the same nonsense here, hacking my phone to have me talk to con artists, where it's not even safe for me to be here because if I am in a crisis situation, whoever I'm calling won't route me, dispatch out police. And police won't investigate it.
Have you been to the FBI office in Los Angeles?
No, that's probably an option. You have their address. You can't do a report. There's no mandatory reporting for you because I don't have rights. So I'm going to have to, somebody with rights is going to have to intercept because I don't have rights. They took my rights from me a long time ago.
I can get the information for the FBI office in Los Angeles, but I don't
have rights. So I can go, but I've already been and got hassled, and they retaliate whenever I go. And this says that they can't retaliate for doing reports, but they do. They'll have the shelters I live at put me out. They'll have people threaten me. Like somebody got up in my face the other day, the police had just went by. And police are in cahoots with these strange people that terrorize me. And I have it all recorded. So the police came by, and then the guy got up and cut me off walking. And then I said, yeah, I asked him why he cut me off walking, basically. And then he got off in my face and, got aggressive. But this repeatedly happens in the presence of law enforcement, and they won't take the reports when I'm treated like this by these strange people. It's a torture campaign for government witnesses that's low-key hidden, that nobody's supposed to believe really exists, but it really does. And I'm trying to compile evidence what I'm really being tortured emotionally and kept from my rights and terrorized.
I understand. I'm just trying to think about the ways in which I may be able to refer you, just from what my office is involved in.
Okay.
I know you said that you're currently blacklisted from some of the shelters and are seeking placement. Have you talked with the mayor's office here? Because they have placement assistance for shelter aid as well.
Okay, well, that's what option. Yeah, because I need to get away, because I'm from this patrol division, this PD division is not safe. Mm-hmm. It's highly controlled and locked down. And like I said, their operators transfer me to the police department, and they'll have me on hold an hour, and I leave messages and never had a call returned.
I understand.
At least the other police would scam and come out and do a report. They wouldn't investigate. These police are horrendous. They taunt, oppress, mistreat, stalk, and let other people do the same thing.
Was for our office?
Yes. I went to the Texas Rangers, FBI, numerous locations, and a lot of these government officials lie. I went to Marshals, Homeland Security. I went to the Waco FBI. I went to Dallas FBI. Joseph Baracus or something handcuffed me and intimidated me for being there to cover for crimes. I went to, what other FBI location? Waco, Dallas. I can't think of another one, but I think I went to one other one. Tyler.
Okay.
And then I went to Texarkana. All these FBI locations begging for help because I was being terrorized by these people. I've been trapped on buses in Malice, and while I was getting threatened by people, and I have a lot of the threats and mistreatment recorded. They're set up. I've heard that it's called street theater. I had to look it up, this underground thing that goes on with government witnesses. It's a gaslighting campaign and a torture campaign for witnesses. So they'll have someone threaten you and do all these different things and then scam that it's a mental illness. So I recorded it. So it was weird that 3 or 4 people would threaten me a day, and I realized that they were being set up with police. So the police and the people that are threatening me behaving odd, police are in cahoots with. So they repeatedly keep covering for it. But so those resources I'll definitely appreciate. And you don't know do you know anything about protection orders and how to get protected?
No, unfortunately.
So whistleblower, and you don't know how to protect people, witness protection, you don't know anything about that?
Not involving law enforcement degree of
witness
protection.
What kind of witness protection do you offer? Or do you have knowledge about?
I don't in a personal or professional context.
So when people are reporting things to you, they never need to be protected?
In regard to this office, the whistleblower protections are essentially preventing city staffers or others from facing a retaliation for their employment for reporting conflicts of interest by a supervisor or by someone being corrupt involving government contracts or things of that nature. But we do not have any kind of witness protection provisions.
I'm being denied protection all this time. I'm just trying to prove it. That what my experience is. So I don't have rights.
I understand. Let me see if I can get some of that additional information.
Okay,
for you.
thank you. So he's in there looking for the resources. They are already terrorizing me at the shelter. I mean, they are on it when I get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. What they do, like the lady with the pink shirt, I can't show you because it's where you can't see it. The lady with the pink shirt that came at me like in a rage, they do that. And it's like they want me to know I'm being terrorized, but it's our little secret, or their little secret that, to everybody else on the outside. So they'll come pop around the corner aggressively, like rude and like in a threatening manner, and numerous amount of people in a row. And this is, this morning, within 5 minutes, I think 4 people did it. And one of the 4 people did it 3 times, 3 different times. And we're not including the times, though. What they do now, they'll do it multiple times. They'll pop out and come out from nowhere and then get out the way and then pretend like they forgot something and then come back and do it again. So they'll block off my path 2 times in a row. And when I'm not suspecting it, cut me off rather. And if you don't understand what's happening, once again, just look at the Bittersweet Symphony soundtrack, or the Bittersweet Symphony video.